The first message arrived at 2:17 a.m. Can't believe she still thinks you loved her face with tears of joy. Maya blinked at the notification glowing on her cracked phone screen. It came from a number she didn't recognize, and yet the words, the mocking tone, felt hauntingly familiar. Her ex-husband's name, Evan Mercer, was tagged in the screenshots that followed. Her stomach dropped. There he was, her ex, the man she had once trusted with every piece of her, laughing with his new girlfriend in a private group chat. The messages scrolled endlessly, screenshots of him ridiculing her. She used to cry if I didn't text back in 5 minutes. I swear she believed I'd changed. Guess I was just good at pretending. Pretending. The word twisted like a knife. Maya sat in her dim apartment, the city's night sounds filtering through the half-open window, the low hum of traffic, a siren far off, the faint whistle of winter air. The room felt suddenly airless. She had promised herself she was done crying over him. The divorce had been hell. Months of therapy, lawyers, joint statements. She'd rebuilt quietly. New job, new routines, fragile calm. But this public mockery, reopened the wound in ways she hadn't imagined possible. And then, as she scrolled further, she saw the part that changed everything. Told HR she was unstable. That'll kill her chances anywhere in marketing. You actually did that? Faced with tears of joy, Savage. Her chest went cold. It wasn't just humiliation. It was sabotage. He had planted lies in her industry, weaponizing her grief, turning their private pain into professional poison. For several minutes, she couldn't move. Just the sound of her breath, uneven and jagged. Then the sound of something inside her snapping. By morning, she was at her laptop, her fingers trembling but deliberate. She logged on to LinkedIn, a platform where everything was supposed to be polished, professional, polite. The irony made her almost laugh. Evan's profile was there, immaculate as always. Vice President of Brand Strategy, Ravenstone Communications. His smile, his tailored suit, his smug tagline. Building trust through authenticity. Her throat burned. For an hour, she stared at the cursor blinking in the comment box, her hands hovering over the keys. Every instinct warred inside her. The voice of restraint whispering, "Don't give him more power." And another voice, darker, calmer. "He already took everything. You're not breaking anything that isn't already shattered." Then she remembered the folder. Months before the divorce, she had discovered something she hadn't told anyone. A trail of messages between him and his coworker, Sienna. Late-night photos, hotel receipts, voice notes that ended with whispered goodbyes. At the time, Maya had deleted them from her phone, desperate to believe his apologies. It was just emotional, "I never touched her." But she hadn't deleted the backup. Now, in that quiet morning light, she opened her old cloud storage. There they were, dozens of messages time-stamped and explicit. Evidence. Betrayal digitized. Her heart pounded as she assembled the post. Screenshots blurred only enough to protect privacy, but clear enough to tell a story. No captions. No rant. Just a headline. When someone builds their career on integrity, but forgets it at home. She hit post. The explosion was instantaneous. By noon, her notifications flooded with comments. Some in shock, others gleefully dissecting the scandal. Within hours, the post was everywhere. Her hand shook as she watched the numbers climb. 20K views, 50K, 100K. Evan called at 4:43 p.m. "Maya, what the hell did you do?" His voice cracked with fury, but beneath it, she heard something else, fear. She said nothing, just listened. "You think this makes you look strong? You've lost your mind. Do you have any idea what this could do to me? Do you have any idea," she said, her voice level, "what you already did to me?" Silence. For a moment, she could almost picture him, standing in his pristine office, blinds drawn, his perfect world fracturing around him. He tried again, lower now, coaxing. "Maya, please, take it down. We could talk, we can." "Talk," she said, finally laughing a raw, bitter sound. "You talk plenty already. Just not to me." She ended the call. That night, her phone buzzed with messages. Old colleagues, strangers, even Evan's sister. Some praised her, others condemned. Brave, one wrote. Reckless, said another. But it wasn't vengeance she felt. It was relief. For the first time since the divorce, the truth wasn't festering in her chest. It was out, undeniable, his lies stripped of polish. Still, the adrenaline faded fast, replaced by a quiet ache. She sat on her bed, staring at the blank wall, wondering if she'd gone too far. Maybe she had. Maybe she hadn't. Justice was never clean. The following week, an email arrived from Ravenstone HR, an official statement announcing Evans' temporary leave pending internal review. The company cited personal conduct inconsistent with leadership values. The phrasing was corporate, bloodless, but she understood what it meant. Later that day, Sienna messaged her. You got what you wanted. He's done. I hope you're proud of yourself. Maya stared at the screen, her pulse steady. No, she typed. Just finally done pretending. Months passed. The storm faded, replaced by uneasy calm. She kept working, quietly rebuilding her life again. This time, not out of desperation, but out of defiance. Still, on certain nights, she'd scroll back through the LinkedIn post. Most of the comments had vanished. The virality had burned itself out. But the memory of that morning remained sharp, not just as revenge, but as proof that she wasn't invisible anymore. One evening, as spring lights spilled across her desk, she opened her inbox to find a new message. From an unknown address. He left the company. He's been applying everywhere. No one's hiring him. Thought you'd want to know. She closed the laptop. The satisfaction she expected wasn't there. Just a hollow, heavy calm. She had exposed him, but it hadn't made her feel victorious. Only free. Maybe that was enough. Weeks later, she walked past a cafe where they'd once spent weekends, his favorite corner table, where he used to draft client pitches while she read. For the first time, she didn't flinch at the memory. Her phone buzzed again, another notification, another reminder that the digital world never really forgets. She opened it, expecting something cruel. Instead, it was a message from a stranger. Saw your post months ago. It gave me courage to leave my fiancé. Thank you. Maya exhaled, a small, quiet breath that felt like release. She turned off her phone, stepped into the sunlight, and kept walking, not away, but forward into something new. The world hummed around her, alive, imperfect, honest. And for the first time in years, she wasn't afraid of what the truth might cost. She had already paid the price. Now, she was collecting what remained. Freedom, dignity, herself.